Did you know that our sympathetic nervous system, also known as our fight or flight response, can actually help you fight neurodegeneration, which is the breakdown and death of neurons? Let me explain to you how this works. Our sympathetic nervous system is a huge support network and regulatory hub for our muscles. And it's of critical importance to make sure our muscles are happy. For example, it controls how much force our muscles put out, how much they grow when we lift weights, and how much they shrink when we just sit on the couch, and even how much energy our muscles have by regulating the powerhouses of our cells. In short, the sympathetic nervous system is of critical importance to make sure our muscles are happy and our bodies are lost without this system. But what exactly happens to this system in an environment that is toxic to other types of neurons? In the disease ALS, a subtype of neurons that control our movement, called motor neurons, are degenerating and dying, leading to paralysis in patients, and this is eventually fatal due to the lack of no effective treatments. I study the fate of these sympathetic neurons in this environment, as any disruptions or dysregulations to this system can have catastrophic consequences to our muscles, making them more susceptible to the development and onset, as well as the progression of this disease. I have found with the use of immunofluorescence and immunohistochemistry and protein assays that allow me to visualize these neurons and their receptors, as well as quantify them, that the neurons themselves are resistant to the development of the disease, but that their receptor counterparts that are needed to receive signals are actually lost at a very, very early time point, even before what is currently considered the start of the disease. I also used an HPLC assay that allows me to look at any changes in signaling between these neurons and their receptors, and found that signaling is either significantly increased or significantly decreased. And lastly, I looked at any changes in gene transcription of these receptors, basically the blueprints that our bodies have in order to build them, and found that our muscles have more of these blueprints, but end up never building the receptors themselves. So in short, our sympathetic nervous system is significantly disrupted in the disease, even at a very early time point before what is considered the start of the disease. Now, this can make our muscles more susceptible to the disease itself, contribute to the onset, accelerated disease progression, increase symptom severity, and decrease patient quality of life. Now, with this knowledge, I can go and find new targets in order to diagnose the disease at an earlier time point, and with that, allow for earlier intervention and hopefully better patient outcomes. I can also go and modulate the activity of these neurons to make sure our support system is functioning properly and our muscles stay happier for an extended period of time to make them more resistant. This will hopefully lead to a later onset time point of the disease, a decelerated progression of the disease, decreased symptom severity, and increased patient quality of life. We all have this fight or flight system. Why not use it to fight neurodegeneration? Thank you.